welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso here on SABC3. I love what Kat said, your Monday morning madness. It's all good madness. Now this morning we're talking about flawless skin. What woman doesn't dream of flawless skin? But as we get older, this all seems more a figment of our imagination. Well, ladies, dreams may just come true, and with the right tricks up our sleeve, we may just have happily ever after skin after all. Revealing their beauty secrets this morning in studio, we have our A-team expert makeup artist, Aliki Zanolin, and our very own fashion and beauty director, Alexis Chaffee, in the house. Ladies, what a brilliant way to start this Monday morning. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Very good. Good to see you, Alexis, and our beautiful model, and of course, Aliki. Now, I must tell you, these two are sisters, as you can see. Lovely, lovely. Now, we are talking about the issue of flawless skin. Every woman wants flawless skin. And of course, you have prepared a few pictures of models for us that are just going to make us want flawless skin even more.
Now, the important point that I really feel we should make, there's a lot of women in the world that will look at the cover of a magazine and they'll feel really bad about themselves because they don't look like that.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, nobody looks like that. There is a lot of airbrushing that goes down on magazine covers and magazine editorials. So please don't ever look at a magazine cover and expect to get that end result, because you're just not.
Absolutely, and we were just talking about that this morning. We were talking about Beyonce, that was actually saying that there are pictures of her that have been retouched to such a point that she doesn't even recognize herself anymore. So she's just one of them, but we do have a picture of her. She's our first one, Beyonce, this morning.
Yes, Beyonce. So I mean, the point here is that, you know, you do have celebs that make lots of red carpet appearances, and no, they're not going to get airbrushed on those kind of pictures. So they do rely on expert makeup artists to make them look amazing for events. And I'm sure Aliki can give, what are the inside tips? How do they look so good?
For Beyonce, for example, she likes, her makeup artist likes to obviously first prime her skin. She likes very lightweight foundation because she likes her natural skin to shine through. However, she relies on concealer to do the work. So it's under the eyes, fixing all the, if she doesn't actually have pigmentation, but anything that she wants to cover, or when she needs more coverage, she uses concealer. And then she also likes highlighter, and they specialize, especially with her, they use contour powders.
Oh,
yes, for that golden, beautiful.
She's always got that glowing skin.
I mean, Lyra is the other one. She also just looks absolutely magnificent. I think she does have great skin,
Lyra naturally does have great skin. Apparently, I haven't met her personally, but apparently a makeup artist, and she says as well that her skin's quite dry.
Yeah.
She uses tissue oil on her face.
Okay.
And then she likes full coverage foundation, although her skin is nice. Full coverage foundation, full coverage powder, so it's a 2-in-1 powder foundation. And she also likes her highlighter.
Now let's talk about another actress that just seems to have skin like she's still 12. Natalie Portman always looks so beautiful and so flawless.
Yes, she does. She really does. She is big on eye cream.
Yeah.
Like really big on eye cream. She uses a lot of primer.
Yeah.
She likes also lightweight foundation and a light dusting of translucent powder. Yeah.
And then someone that's a little bit more mature is Miss Leigh-Anne, who, whenever you see her, she's just
lovely.
Gorgeous.
She's lovely. She's fresh. She really enjoys she likes organic foundation. She is a maturer skin, so she obviously relies on her treatments beforehand, and then her eye cream, a lot of primer, which acts as a magnet / polyfiller for all skin types. But I mean, as you get older, you kind of need to rely more on a primer to act as a smoothing agent.
Wonderful. Well, now that we've seen all of these beautiful, amazing celebrities, and we still feel very good about ourselves, by the way, how can we achieve the same look, Aliki?
Okay, well, we would definitely start off with my model. A very clean face. I'm going to show you. Clean face. And then we're going to, I've already decanted, so I don't have to waste anyone's time. So we do sunscreen, please, people. Very important. We want to preserve our skin.
Yeah, I mean, don't be trying to add that after you put your makeup on.
No.
Okay. That's total disaster.
Absolutely. What you can do is mix your sunscreen with your moisturizer so it goes quickly, because I mean, obviously you don't really want to spend too much time.
I thought some of the foundations already have an SPF.
They do. Most foundations have an SPF of like 20 or 25.
Okay.
But it's always nice if you really, especially in summer, you need that
Yeah.
extra little.
That extra. And it's not going to make your skin extra oily though, is it?
No, you have. Well, I would get a. It depends. Actually,
Okay.
you're quite right. It could, but I would get speak to a dermatologist just about prescribing the right.
But then that would add to the glow.
Non-greasy.
That natural glow.
Yeah, as you get older, I reckon that's a
natural
good
glow.
idea.
I always put my foundation on when I have just put my moisturizer on. Literally, it's like moisturizer and then straight to foundation, and then I put the powder on.
Yes.
Find if I
Yes.
do it quickly while the moisturizer is still kind of sinking in, that it doesn't get that dry,
This is
caked
true.
look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen.
Yes,
Very
absolutely. And then I've mixed the moisturizer. Now I'm tackling her with the primer. So the primer acts as a magnet, so it
Okay.
attaches your foundation to your face. It also fills pores, enlarge pores, and like treats fine lines, kind of smooths them out, which is important for all of us.
I think that's what most women don't use. They don't use primers. They will moisturize and then glob the, the concealer on or the foundation. But a primer is very
Absolutely.
important, you say.
Primer, really, it's the
Absolutely.
airbrushing of real life.
Wow.
Yes, it is. Nicely put.
I
yes.
wish I'd known this. Had to wait all these
Never
years.
too late, never too late. Okay, we are going to now add a bit of foundation.
Now this one is the tricky one because I think a lot of women don't get the foundation part right.
That's
eh?
right.
Sometimes you can just see the color difference
Yeah.
between the neck and the face. It's just a sadness. I look at it and I'm sad.
You're like, oh no, shame. Yeah, no, it's very important to choose the correct color. It's like one of your major mistakes, actually. Well, that ladies make.
Yeah.
This is, and also choose the right foundation for your skin type. If you have a dry skin, don't go for a very mattifying foundation.
Yes.
It really can look quite cakey.
Yeah.
So like, and also sometimes with freckles, like she's got freckles, you don't always want to hide it. The more you put on it, it turns ashy, it turns grey. You
That's
don't
true.
want that.
That's
So rather do the lightweight foundation and then add concealer where you really feel you need coverage.
I think you might need to talk us through the rest of the steps there, Aliki, just in case we...
This is the foundation that I'm putting on and buffing in nicely because we want it to really get worked into the skin and disappear, so there are no like lines.
So is it better to use a brush with a foundation as opposed to a
With
sponge
a
or
watery
your
foundation
fingers?
like this, definitely a brush. It can get very messy if you decide to use your hands.
Yeah.
Obviously like the more buffing brush is like a lot better, hey?
Yeah.
And sponges are good, but they tend to suck up a lot of the foundation.
Once we have
So-
applied the foundation, we would then go on to...
Concealer, we'll do
Okay.
the concealer and we'll just like put concealer under the eye area. We want the eye area to look fresh.
Yeah.
And then you can, if you have any pimples that you want to cover or pigmentation, you can put it over that. And then a fine dusting of powder.
Well, there we go. You see, it's so much fun to be a girl. My goodness.
It is.
I could do this all day long. Thank you so much, Alexis, and of course, Aliki.
It's a big pleasure.
We're going to continue with our model. I'm probably going to get in on some of that as well. Graham and Ewan, you guys might need some of this foundation as well, hey, after the weekends you had. Over to you.